Meanwhile, the southern chunk of the city with the guardhouse and most of the general population is currently the nesting ground for the dragon you have dubbed Crazy Horse.
The Crazy Horse, the dragon.
Actually, while I'm over here, I'm gonna go take a look at the potion shop.
Still on fire, but yeah, if you want to look at it, or make an Arcana check.
Okay, did the tailor, did Flat Top acquire the necessary breathing masks from the tailor?
As a matter of fact, you have 5 breathing masks.
Okay, what's our current stock of ice bombs?
Your current stock of ice bombs is limited by the fact that you could only get 4.
Has the princess supplied us with light arrows yet?
Sadly, no. Unfortunately, the princess is missing.
Alright, let's Arcana this fire, Jack. I mean, fire.
I mean, there's the boner princess, but that's like the county fair beauty pageant.
What's the status of the boner king? The king of all boners.
I'll have you know I'm doing quite well.
Bonerton.
That's part of like the backstory to Bonerton. Like the last king was like thousands of years ago.
No, that's not.
He's been in a constant coma due to lack of blood for his...
There's never been a king in Bonerton.
Rice, Joey.
Anyhow, make your Arcana check, Mineral.
Is this snake lady healed at all yet, or is she just laying?
Natural 20.
Mineral manages to determine exactly what is keeping the potions building burning.
She takes the flame into her own mind and becomes...
Detective Dobson sees a flame and, based on his elephant instincts, hurls his body into the fire.
But yes, Detective Dobson stamps out the still that was creating Wizard's fire.
Good lord. Oh.
He is burned, but the building begins to actually cool itself rather quickly.
I must salvage as many potions as possible.
Unfortunately, the potions have...
They've been burned and then stepped on.
The potions have been boiled and given various things they were not meant to. It is a risk to use
I don't care if
these.
the potion's still on fire, I'm gonna drink it.
Is there nothing to be salvaged from the whole place?
You're basically drinking a flaming home.
There are a few... There are a few things you might be able to save, but you're unsure of how efficient and or altered by the constant heat they would be.
Just start drinking every potion you see and
You are going to save. Let me roll for this, because guess who has some random tables?
Excellent.
12 potions of beast growth.
Shut up!
3 green potions you're sure were healing at one point.
Wonderful. Amazing.
Those restore your stamina.
1 potion of Cat's Grace.
Exceptional.
Cats. Drackle.
And 2 unknown potions with a blue aura about them that seem to have been untouched by flames.
I love surprise potions.
Oh, you use that to put out the ice in the ice cavern?
I'm gonna keep these and store them with my, crazy insect dragon goo that I still have.
No, you used that to bring the queen to life years ago.
Oh, no, I didn't remember. I had a second lot that I still kept. Remember?
I'll go check, but either way.
I did. It's been a recurring plot point for some time, sir.
I'll go check just in case, but that's not going to happen during the session unless you really want to use it.
Then fine. I don't care. Let's just go back.
Yeah, I know. I went through the
Elephant.
Merchants District, Noble District, Red Light, Southern. Center of the city still kind of wrecked with that unknown wizard's lab being open for people to see now.
Also a giant split open pig man.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That's not really doing the best.
It's kind of bringing down the local home values, to be honest.
All those homes that are left.
Flat Top tells you might want to start being careful.
Why?
Careful of what?
There's people looking for you now that they know you're the Boner Baron.
Well, they're always welcome for a hand. Or
What
the
kind
point
of
of my
people?
blade if they be elven.
All right. You do know I'm a half-elf, right?
You're gonna have to suddenly become Scottish?
Can Joey and I have literal buddy cop adventures? The one literal buddy cop and all these buddy cops that we've all ever had.
If you guys are going to do something out at night, sure.
When do we become buddies?
Good point.
Antagonistic enjoys a long earned rest.
I'm gonna look through of my rituals to see if there's anything I can do that would help, like find
Occasional
Gibnat's
battle
family
respect cops.
or something.
Okay.
Good thing you got that speak to the dead one.
If Joey
I
Joey
do.
had some of the ashes from that room, you could use those in a ritual.
My
Doesn't speak
pockets
to
are
the-
full of
doesn't-
wait.
What did you think I
Doesn't
stuffed
it
my
speak
pockets
to
with?
dead, like where they
says
have a
Joey.
mouth or like a still working lung or something?
Yeah, but I didn't say you speak to dead.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
well,
it's still.
are we even sure that those ashes are them? Like, do we even know what they are?
No.
You don't.
Oh,
I have specifically not named the fate of the Bonerton family.
We're just going to do the thing from Oglaf where you just breathe into the chopped off head's neck until it can talk again.
Only if it's immortal. That only works because she's immortal.
what do I have here? Water breathing? Why do I have that?
Why do you even need that?
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, then you cast it so people don't suspect that you don't actually have to breathe.
Yeah, you know, it's like a double bluff.
I'm not even going to bring to mind what that makes me think of. Never mind.
Why?
Because everyone would start going, why the fuck is that what you think of?
Beast growth.
No.
Oh, I forgot that I had a discern lines
nature-
ritual.
That's a nature ritual,
Wait, no,
not
it
an
does.
arcana.
I'm looking at the list of rituals that exist, not the list of ones I have.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't have all these.
No,
You can't
well, I mean,
cast create campsite.
great.
How come all our characters
I do have a lot of rituals, like instead of buying equipment last time we shopped at the beginning of Paragon, I bought a load of them. And also the elephant.
It's depressing.
Why?
So,
No, not that. It's depressing that
Cod-
all our characters hate each other.
I don't hate.
That's been the way it's been for like.
I
I
don't
don't like
hate
it. I'm gonna
anybody.
plan a party for when this is alright.
You're gonna. There's
It's gonna
like
have everything that everybody likes, but
it's
no
gonna
one
be like an
else.
But
office
everybody hates what everybody else likes.
team building retreat.
I'll think of something.
I could totally create a team-building adventure for you guys.
Let's see, what do we
That
all
sounds
like?
absolutely
Goals? Oh man, let's do that. Okay, Cod is definitely gonna do a team building adventure next.
Okay.
It's
Okay,
locked
okay, Algernon, you fall off the ladder. Joey, you catch him.
in. Okay, sir, talk to me after this.
Alright, so are you two actually doing something at night?
Joey
wait,
fell asleep in an alleyway somewhere, but I'm gonna get my 4 hours of inactivity or whatever.
Yeah, how about we just randomly patrol, but we really get some sleep and now we get some.
Okay,
We fight
well,
the dragon.
you two make streetwise checks and I'll tell you if you got any actual info that the others couldn't.
I'm so streetwized.
You're also half asleep, so I guess this is.
Hey, Hepcats, how you do?
Joey
Tell
just
me all
straight
about
up
this.
wanders up, like, with a badge flashing, asking people, so what y'all doing, homeboys?
So hear anything about legal activity?
Did Joey put on a zoot suit?
Joey
You know
actually
where
ends
I
up
can
at
score
the
some
tailor.
H.
Or like a pocket watch?
Well, since I
You know
never
where a
need to,
Hepcat can,
since I never need to sleep ever, I'm gonna go and like investigate the mansion again
Okay.
on my own. I'll leave
What
Dobson
do you mean
behind.
never get to sleep? I don't believe you.
I never have to sleep. Never.
Believe you. Well, read me your race block.
I like that. There's no
Keep in mind,
trust whatsoever.
this is all out of character, so you know what is being told of anything here.
Mineral
Living
floats
construct.
over the...
You are a living construct. You do
So
not
it's
need
exactly
to eat,
the same as
drink,
mine. You need
breathe,
4
sleep.
hours.
You do? What? What is
Look.
this?
I'm just reading it.
I don't understand the rules of this game. Anyway, I'll still do it in the extra two.
That's for sure.
You're a living construct. You do not need to eat,
Just-
drink, breathe, or sleep. But
But you have
unsleeping
to-
watcher, for me, you need inactivity of 4 hours to gain the benefits of extended rest.
Oh, wait, I did know
You
that.
just,
I'm
you just
sorry.
have to
I will
meditate
be-
for a couple
So you can
hours.
do the 4 hours, then fly around like me, except I'm flying on my feet.
Off the
Please
ground.
forgive me for being absolutely awful at this game.
Hey, don't worry, we're all having
That's
fun.
Never
okay, I'm
stop
here to
me
call
from
you out
playing
forever.
D&D.
Okay.
You return to the Boneson Manor.
Joey's
Okay.
asleep in an alleyway. I'm.
In his natural environment.
I asked Jeffrey if he found the bill yet.
I I have absolutely no
Gerald?
idea what you're talking about, ma'am.
What Bill?
I
What?
point to my eyes and then point to his eyes, and then I go to the basement.
What Bill?
Gerald looks incredibly confused,
The
but just
bill
allows
become a
you in.
law yet? He's only a bill, you know.
Alright, you are now in a pit of ashes.
I'm going to try arcaning these ashes and see what they are up with.
Okay.
31.
Something unexpected happened here because the magic does not resemble any spell you're familiar with. It's not organized enough to be a controlled burst.
Alright, so either they teleported somewhere weird or they all exploded cartoonishly.
That was gonna be my guess. I was gonna say it was a teleportation spell gone awry.
Actually, I've been
Now there's like
Arcana
some
being here
gnome with
now.
a missing foot somewhere.
Sir, that Arcana roll was too low. That macro was out of date as well. It should be 28.
34 isn't going to change it.
I thought you said you fixed
Okay.
all this stuff before.
I did, but then I loaded up from a slightly earlier character sheet where you
I
did
did, but then I didn't.
It's alright.
I'm sorry.
It doesn't change.
Yeah,
It doesn't change the numbers in this case. So
It's okay. I'm sorry. I am the
Yeah.
worst. Anyway,
anything
what
else you
can
want to
I use
attempt?
to? Is there anything I can use to identify if the ash is like human body ash, or I mean gnome body ash, or if it's just ash?
You would probably need some sort of nature ritual for that.
Like, can I just smell it? I mean,
You can give it a well.
Do you even have a
Do you
nose?
have a nose?
How do you know the smell of charred gnome?
Actually, let's be honest. If any party member
Don't
would, it would
ask
be
me how I
Mineral.
know the smell of charred gnome. You don't know what I do.
Don't ask when you don't want to know.
I
You
would
don't
like to
know the
you
kind of
all.
Who are
shit
you
I'm
giving mouthy
into.
to? There's nobody there.
Turns
Keep
out
in
one
mind.
of the party members she wanted revenge on was a gnome.
I was about to say,
It
keep in mind the one party she had to hunt down and murder during her year off. She probably knows what charred gnome smells like.
It's
I just like the idea that Mineral walked into this room and started sniffing and was like, don't ask questions, whoever's...
Actually, that happened on True Blood this week, so I'm totally willing to allow it.
Mineral can't finish anymore unless she smells.
Alright, well, if I can't actually solve the problem here, I'd like to take a few samples of the ash and put them in pouches and take them with me.
Okay, you take, I'm going to assume 3?
Sure.
3 samples from around the room in different places, and put them in
Okay.
little pouches.
Is there can you start?
Don't worry, if you put them into a centrifuge, you should be able to separate them, and then you can just, rehydrate them later.
Can I check for ghosts?
Yes, you can.
With
But
what?
he got my Batman movie.
I am going to have
So-
you make an Arcana check,
Come on.
and after that, if you get high enough, so make the Arcana.
Alright, ghosts, come out. Show yourself. 38.
Shit on toast. Yes, you can sense a spirit in the room. Now you have to make a diplomacy roll to get it to show itself.
Fortunately, I still have my ability to diplomacy with Arcana for today.
I know.
I'm going to say, what should I say? How do you talk to people like this? Dead people.
You cast the ritual that you have.
No, that's for speaking with bodies, not spirits. It
I'll
talks to
allow
the
it.
brain, not to the...
What?
No,
Oh,
speak with dead as we're talking to corpses, so they don't act, their souls aren't actually there, they just talk through, their brains. It's not for, this sort of thing.
Maybe you should ask it a question.
I'm going to ask, Spirit, I mean you no harm, why are you here?
You
35
see...
to Arcanic Diplomacy.
Nice. You see...
Oh wait, no, that should be 28 again, because
It's okay, it's sufficient. You see, he says for a third time, a ghost's form solidify in front of you. It is missing a limb, and it appears to be gnomish in stature.
Yeah, what do you
I
want?
say, greetings, ma'am. I am very sorry to disturb you from your eternal rest, but could you please tell me what happened here if it would not be much trouble?
Unfortunately,
I'm trying to be diplomatic.
what?
Oh,
Unfortunately, the ghost dies again.
Yeah, that was my bad. So I had something in my throat. Sorry. I should. I leaned in.
More apples
I had
on
ash in
the-
my
Running out of
throat.
character?
Sorry, I had a bit of my own charred lung stuck in my throat.
Oh, it's catching.
Let me try that again. Okay, now I'm doing the voice right. Yay. Anyhow, unfortunately, it seems that
Jesus.
I can't tell you much of what happened. I was the first to go, and possibly the only one. That's my
Oh,
foot
what
your
happened
friend
to
has in his
you?
pocket.
What happened to
Why did he
you
put it in his
in this room?
Not Gibniff, Joey. Joey has the foot.
Oh,
I
To replace the
Yeah, why the
chickens.
hell would I take a foot?
Because you're turning into Moby Dick, but with elves.
the great white elf.
I'll answer any questions you have, but I don't know how
Yes, sir.
helpful I can be.
said, what happened to you? How did you die?
It was the mage plague. Something's gone horribly wrong in this city, and I can't figure out what, but
Alright.
it consumed one of us and everything just went wrong in the room.
Alright, this is
Probably
way
ask
too
for a name.
serious for me, so I'm gonna get Gibnaff on, like, the Mr. L line here.
Don't
Okay.
involve Gibnaff in any of this.
I
You're
tell him what's
sleeping
going
now.
on.
He's the worst person to tell.
I disturb
Oh,
his sleep.
Algernon.
Telling him
Algernon.
what's
Ask her
up.
name. Says
Oh,
Gibniff on the.
He's just like shouting into Mr. L's ear.
Countess Marquesa.
Uh-huh.
Did the
Don't
ghost...
worry.
Wait, what's going on in there, Mineral?
I've got a ghost here, Algernon.
What?
Don't ask questions.
Wait,
It's
we're supposed to be asking
disrespectful.
questions.
That was embarrassing in front of
Did the ghost see what happened?
Ask
Was
the
thing
ghost
like-
What was the...
what if the Baron was with her when she died.
was the Baron with you when you died, Mrs. Madam?
No, his family had already been gone by the time we came in here.
Gone
Where did they go?
I don't know, but there were a lot less ashes before I arrived, so I'm assuming less dead.
What does that mean?
Are there any like escape routes
She
from
just
the
said
house?
they were alive and they left.
What was the last thing that happened to you before, you know?
My family and I had come to look for the Boner Baron. We were going to force him to negotiate with the elves when they arrived. Unfortunately, we were led here by Gerald, who was a little out of his wits, but we gave him a charm to help with that. And then it seems that whatever happened locked us in the vault, and one of us succumbed to the plague.
Oh, and what happens when you succumb to the plague?
Oh, one of them was a mage and they went crazy and disintegrated everyone.
Oh,
Yep, that would be it. Literally a field disintegrating them all from the head down in the room until the spell ran out.
But who was the mage who it happened to?
My
It doesn't
husband.
matter.
That's his foot you saw earlier.
Oh, so he's gone as well.
Yes.
And it just destroys everyone and around you, even if...
You know what, Mineral, maybe you shouldn't be standing around some area with known mage plague germs.
Don't, I'm not a mage, I'm a scion. There's a world of difference.
You still
She's not magic.
You still... Yes, she is. She's phrase arcana and
Gib,
everything.
I have no more magic than Gibnaff.
Yeah, it's a good thing I don't have that.
Oh. Do they know? Do we know anything about the plague? Like, how is it spread?
You don't yet.
Okay.
It's probably spread by the...
Okay.
Does anyone
Mineral.
know any questions? Oh, yes.
Do they know if there are any escape routes out of the house or
Do you
portals
know
or
of any other ways out of the house, or some other way that people might have left?
Why are you giving him a body?
Well, if there were, we didn't find them before things happened, but we were looking. Being trapped in here did sort of make us want to find an escape route.
What about out of the city? Are there any like secret exits from the city itself?
You realize your bar is one of those, right?
Oh yeah. it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we should ask the merman for help.
Oh.
We are not doing Atlantis attacks.
We're not doing Stargate Atlantis.
We should call it Eugene Merman. And
So does anyone else have any questions for the ghost? Or something?
Yeah, if anyone else has
I
something,
Gene
I'll roll with it.
motherfucking Murray.
I have
I
a
feel like
final-
we should. I feel like we should ask Gerald some more questions. He might know if there's any ways that your parents might have escaped from the house before it all went down.
He's asleep at the moment.
Yeah. You tell.
Oh yeah, he's.
Well, we don't
With
want
an
to
enemy at the
disturb him.
gates.
Well, there's a whole bunch of elves besieging the
I'm
castle. I
curious
think
about
I'll
that
turn in
time,
for the
yeah.
night. It's getting a little heavy right now.
That's what you did.
Maybe Gerald was brainwashed by the elves or something. Who knows?
Maybe
I
you're an
probably-
elf, Mineral.
What?
Are you an elf?
I checked my ears.
They are somewhat jagged, but not particularly
Oh
pointy.
God, is my disguise an elf? Is it an elf this whole...
Maybe all this time I've been an elf disguised as a shardmine disguised as a human.
Mineral, calm down. You're freaking out.
Too many layers.
Well,
Roll an Arcana check on
Hey,
yourself for mind
hey.
magics.
Are you
Oh,
okay
no.
though, Mineral?
Am I an elf?
You are not an elf.
You suddenly
Mineral.
hear
Oh,
Mr.
God.
L shout, "Am I an elf?"
You're in Bonerton. It's okay. Mineral, did they have any idea
Anyone
what
else is in
these...
Bonerton? Elves.
I have another question for Sir. Do we have any idea what the defenses are that they kept talking about were?
I believe the only person who gave you that information was Gerald in his addled state. None of you thought to ask him when he was more coherent.
Oh yeah, we should ask him that also at some point.
Mhm.
What that
Okay,
defense- I have a sneaking suspicion it was Crazy Horse. The crazy dragon.
I have a couple of final questions to ask the ghost.
Sure.
ask her if she knows
Um,
anything about the mage plague.
Well, I mean, isn't
You're
that like
just like
how-
first-hand witness to it.
What do you mean? We have to know what's causing it.
That would be handy.
They have an idea when did her husband come down with the plague? Do they know?
do you know where the plague came from? What are the symptoms? Or anything about it?
It seems to throw everyone off who's got some kind of magic. They start miscasting things, and then it grows and grows until they literally get burned out by their own spells somehow. The worst is archmages. You can't be anywhere near them when it happens.
Oh,
I imagine that'd be bad. When did your husband get it?
when did your husband get it? I
Why'd you
realized.
decide to lock yourself up
We-
in the same room?
We only noticed about a day or two before it happened. He was starting to have issues with cantrips and things.
Oh,
He'd be trying to float something to me and it would turn into flowers halfway there.
Well,
were
that's
there
romantic.
were the troubles in Bonerton already in effect by that time?
The
People
elves
first head
hadn't
down
arrived
these
yet
local
then, but
blunts.
we did sort of have dragons, yes.
do you know anything about where your husband might have contracted the plague? Like, what was he doing just before he got it? What was he up to?
He'd been dealing with the council like everyone else in nobility. We were
The
trying to figure
council?
out what to do about the fact that there were giant dragons ravaging our city.
There must be somebody on the council who's the source of this nefariousness,
Or
and
maybe the dragons brought the plague.
Maybe
that's
the
fine.
elves
Carriers?
like the water. We can't really make
Maybe
any
minerals
guesses.
the plague.
we need to investigate all of the council members. Finally, I'd like to ask. What am I asking? Was this
Who are
room
the
in a
council?
different estate when you got here?
And that pile of ash.
Was this room what?
In any different estate when you got here?
There was less ash and there were some tables and chairs and a bit of fruit. There seemed to be some kind of everlasting fruit bowl.
So it wasn't. So it didn't look like anyone had any troubles in here before then.
There was a chair knocked over, but we just sort of figured that it had fallen.
Givnaff, good news. Your parents probably aren't dead.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Oh, okay. Well, there's no direct evidence that they are dead.
Yeah, you're blindly willing to believe that they are dead, but not blindly willing to believe
He's
that
just
they are.
going for whatever.
This
the
is
council
just an
goes.
elf trick.
Oh, also,
What elf trick?
Givnaff, do you
Givnaff.
know anything about the Bonerton Council? Givnaff.
I know that my uncle was a member, and so were many of his poker buddies. Not Knoll poker, the regular kind.
Oh,
I don't know. I mean, I ran away from here to get away from all that nonsense and family responsibility, and they all fucked it up. So now I'm back and I'm in charge. That's just
Yeah.
the way it's gonna be.
That
Is
seems
there a
Given that
place I
feel
can is there a place I can find who the council members are? I asked the ghost, or could you tell me who they are? Or
I
where they might
myself and my husband were members. There was, I forget, one of the lesser Bonesons. He was an uncle to your Gibnef. He, and there were 4 others. One of them would have been Martha Wian.
Who I think also was one of the ones that died in there.
You found her pearls, yes.
Yeah.
They're the ever-spilling pearls.
Mhm.
be? And
The other 3 you're probably going to have to find from someone else. I was not the best council
I
member.
see. Well, it doesn't matter now. I suppose, finally, do you have any last requests to make of me? Since I have come across you like this.
If you could, perhaps get the foot back and disintegrate it, that would be handy. Or burn it or something, so I could have it in the afterlife. She points to her stump.
Oh,
It would be
I
nice.
will try and see that happen.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Alright, farewell then, spirit.
She shifts shape slightly before, disintegrating into aether.
Alright. I'm going to head back.
All right.
Okay, Yemnef, it
Remember
seems like
yet?
we're gonna have to. What?
Do you know, have you found the note yet, Gerald?
He's still asleep.
Are we still on the line with
Just-
her?
I'm just talking to him while he's like, just lying in bed.
Minerel is just
Sleering.
Minerel is just standing over this gnome. Did you find the note yet, Gerald?
Where's the bill, Gerald?
I'm so glad I named him Gerald. It's such a fun name.
Just like completely baffled over what sleep is or how it works. It's great.
Gerald, I cast Beast Growth.
Gerald, have you found the note yet, Gerald? Have the
I'm
gnome
gonna
stopped screaming?
Gerald, I know you flesh-made people like to lay down with your eyes closed for several hours, but it's time to stop doing that and talk to me.
Alright, well, I'm gonna like find some ink and write like on the wall in big letters like like a note, Gerald, and then I'm gonna like tuck him in a little.
Yeah, because
I know where you kiss him on
it's
the
not like he wasn't crazy before or anything.
What are you going to write
I
on the
know where
wall?
you've been. I know what
I'll
you
put like
This is
I'll,
actually what she writes on the paper. This is
I'll
strong.
put a smiley face at the end of it so he knows it's not like a big deal.
Are you just writing, have you found the note yet, Gerald?
Yeah.
Oh,
Smiley
no, I-
face.
Okay.
You write it in like a red ink pen that like runs really
And
badly.
then I'll put like P.S. Don't see this and become crazy.
Again, PSS.
Alright. Then I tuck him in and leave.
All right.